Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Please like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Thank you.
Hello there, grade 9 students! Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new to my channel, welcome to my channel. Of course, bago tayo mag-start, pakiclick muna yung ating subscribe button and the notification bell para updated kayo sa ating mga latest upload regarding grade 9 math lessons. Okay? So, yung lesson natin ngayong araw ay solving quadratic equations by extracting the square root. Okay, yun yung lesson natin. Solving quadratic equations by extracting the square root. Okay, so bago tayo mag-start, let us first identify yung ating square root principle. So ano ba yung ating tinatawag na square root principle? So sabi sa square root principle, if x squared is equal to a, then the square root of x squared, which is x, is equal to the square root of a, or the square root of x squared is equal to negative square root of a. So para mas maintindihan ninyo, let's have a series of examples on how we solve quadratic equations using extracting the square root. So meron ako ditong probably 8 examples na ipapakita sa inyo from basic to complex examples para mas maintindihan ninyo kung paano ba tayo nagsosolve ng quadratic equations by this method. Okay, so I hope you finish watching from start to end para malaman ninyo kung ano nga ba yung way ng pagsosolve using this method. Okay, so let us have a series of example para mas maintindihan ninyo kung paano ba tayo nagsosolve using extracting the square root. Okay, sa example number 1, we have x squared equals 100. So ang gagawin lang natin, we will get the square root of x squared. Kunin lang natin yung square root ng x squared equals, pag kinuha natin yung square root ng left side, kukunin natin din natin yung square root ng right side. So we are also going to get the square root of 100. Okay, the square root of x squared is x kasi cancel na yung square at saka yung square root. So it will become x. And then, 100 is a perfect square. Pag sinabi natin perfect square, pwede tayong kumuha sa kanya ng dalawang number na magkamuka, exactly the same, na pag pinag-multiply natin, ang sagot ay 100 din. So, that's 10. So, that's positive or negative 10. So, x could be positive 10 and x could be negative 10. So, this is answer for number 1. In number 2, kung mapapansin ninyo, kukunin natin yung square root ng left at right side. But, as you notice, 72 is not a perfect square. So, una gawin muna natin, get ulit natin yung square root ng x squared and then square root ng 72. The square root of x squared is x. And this time, sa square root ng 72, iisip tayo ng dalawang number na yung isa ay perfect square, kung meron man na, if ever na meron. Yung isa ay perfect square at yung isa ay not perfect square. Okay. So, ang naisip natin dito, 36 times 2 is 72. And 36 is perfect square. So, we're going to use square root of 36 times square root of 2. So, x is equal to yung 36 natin, ang square root niya is 6. So, positive and negative plus or minus 6 square root of 2. So, ito yung answer natin sa number 2. Sa number 3, okay, so we have the equation x squared minus 144 equals 0. So, the first thing that we need to do, i-transpose natin yung negative 144. So, it will become positive 144. And then, the next thing that we need to do is to get the square root. So, kunin natin yung square root nito, kunin natin yung square root nun. Yung square root ng x squared ay x. Ang square root ng 144 ay positive or negative 12. So, yung solution natin, it's either x is equal to positive 12 or x is equal to negative 12. Okay. Let's proceed to the next example. Example number 4, we have negative 10 plus x squared equals 2. Okay, so ang una natin gagawin, transpose natin si negative 10. So, matitira na lang dito ay x squared. Si negative 10, lilipat natin sa kabila, so it will become positive 10 or plus 10. Okay, so x squared is equal to 2 plus 10 is 12. Then the next thing that we need to do is to get the square root of both sides. Kunin natin yung square root nito, kunin natin yung square root nan. Square root of x squared is x. 12 is not a perfect square. So the next thing that we need to do again, isip tayo ng dalawang number na yung isa ay perfect square, yung isa ay hindi perfect square. So ano yung dalawa na yun? That's 4 times 3. We know that 4 is perfect square and 3 is not perfect square. So we have square root of 4 times square root of 3. So x is equal to, ang square root ng 4 ay 2. So we have positive and negative 2 square root of 3. Okay. So this is our answer. Number 5, we have 3x squared equals 96. So nakita nyo may kasama siyang numerical coefficient. So ang gagawin muna natin para matira si x squared, 3x squared is 3 times x squared. So para maalis si 3 sa 3x squared, i-divide natin sila both sides by 3. So cancel na si 3. Ang matitira na lang sa atin ay x squared equals 96 divided by 3 is 32. Next, the next thing we are going to do is to get the square root of both sides. The square root of x squared is x. 32 is not a perfect square. So, isip na naman tayo ng dalawang number na kapag pinag-multiply natin, ang sagot ay 32. Yung isa dapat ay perfect square, yung isa dapat ay hindi. So, we have 16. So, square root of 16 times square root of 2. Kasi alam natin na 16 times 2 is 32. And 16 is also a perfect square. So, the square root of 16 is 4. So, we have positive and negative 4 square root of 2. Okay. In example number 6, we have x squared plus 4 equals 0. So, ang una natin gagawin, i-transpose natin si positive 4, it will become negative 4. Oops, nakita nyo, it's negative 4. Pag kinuha natin yung square root ni x squared, it will become x. And, pag kinuha natin yung square root ng negative 4, it will not, hindi siya real number. So, ang sagot natin, ang dito ay, there is no real solution. Okay? Because square root of negative 4 is not a real number. Okay? So, ang sagot natin, there is no real solution. How about this one? We have x, the quantity of x plus 2 squared equals 25. So, what we're going to do? Kunin muna natin yung square root nila both sides. Okay. So, makakancel lang yun. Ang matitira natin ay x plus 2 equals positive or negative. Square root of 5, 25 is 5. So, positive or negative 5. Next, we are going to transpose 2. So, we'll have x equals positive or negative 5. Ay, sorry. Baliktarin natin para mas madali. Ayan. So, x equal to, lipat natin si 2, magiging negative 2, positive or negative 5. Okay. So, since pwede pa natin itong i-simplify, we can express our answers we can split our answers into two solutions. Okay. So, pwede siyang, yung una natin ay x equals negative 2. Kunin muna natin yung plus 5. Dito naman ay x equals negative 2. Kunin natin yung minus 5. Okay. So, x is equal to negative 2 plus 5 is 3. So, ito yung una niyang solution. Pangalawa naman, x is equal to negative 2 minus 5 is negative 7. So, ito yung pangalawa niyang solution. In example number 8, so we have 3x minus 17 squared equals 28. So, una natin gagawin, we get the square root of both sides. So, matitira na lang ay 3x minus 17, which is equal to square root of 28. Again, 28 is not a perfect square. So, isip tayo ng number na isang perfect square, isang not perfect square. So, we have 3x minus 17 equals, naisip natin na it's 4 times 7 because 4 times 7 is 28 and 4 is perfect square. So, we have square root of 4 times square root of 7. So, 3x minus 17 is equal to the square root of 4 is 2. So, positive and negative 2 square root of 7. Okay, so hindi pa yan dyan nagtatapos kasi itatranspose natin si negative 17. So, it will become positive 17. So, 3x is equal to 17, positive 17, plus or minus 2 square root of 7. Next, hindi pa siya natatapos kasi meron pa rin kasamang number si x. So, we will divide both sides by 3. Ayan. So, x is equal to 17 positive or negative 2 square root of 7 all over 3. Pwede nating split yung solution natin by, so, yung una nating solution ay x equal to 17 plus 2 square root of 7 over 3. Yung pangalawa naman ay x equals 17 minus 2 square root of 7 over 3. Ayan. So, I hope you learned something on our video. So, magkakaroon pa tayo ng series of examples. So, susunod naman, meron pa tayong discriminant by completing the square. Okay? So, I hope na kahit pa paano may natutunan kayo. Okay? Don't forget to hit the like button and comment on this video if you learned something. And kung gusto nyo nang mag-request ng another content regarding math lessons, feel free to comment it on our comment box. Thank you for watching.